I'm just to say, I work hard, but my family's very connected. So, and I'm the type of dude that I tell people I kick in doors that's kind of cracked open already. You know what I mean? Like I'm gonna go in full fledged, but you know what I mean? Yeah, we open doors.
I don't mean to cut you off, but I want people to understand. Like when he says my family's very connected, I want people to understand too. Is like it's one thing to say, oh, someone opened the door, right? At the end of the day, somebody always got to open the door. Period.
Anybody.
But it's one thing to stay there.
Of course,
and that's important. That's
very
important.
Yes, I mean, these ain't handouts, man.
Exactly.
These ain't handouts.
And I want the people listening to understand that.
I think that's very important. If you got a uncle that's running let's say right now running a marketing business, right? And he's about 35 and you like 17, 18 or whatnot. Wouldn't you be like, yo, give me an internship? So especially if your uncle is doing well. Like these are, we're talking, you know what I'm saying, on tour with Kelly Rowe, we talking BT Awards, we talking about this is what my family's working with, you know, and wouldn't you be like, ain't that the easy? That makes sense. Why go around that? You know what I mean? But you have to make sure that I think that's actually harder because
of course.
If you're just contracted and she finds you and she says, hey man, I heard, she's just judging you on that. Me, I have a whole nother, I got to protect your brand. I got to protect my brand. I got to make sure I do, you know what I mean? It could be a whole lot more pressure, but I like that pressure. I actually like it done that way more than for a stranger. I feel like I go harder for my family in terms of like putting on and making sure I don't not embarrass you, but making sure I put my foot.
You do right.
I do right because you put me on, and I want to make sure that you look good and I look good. And if you the plug, ain't you gonna be more likely to keep it rolling? You know what I'm saying? So, you know, and we can always, and then when you have family, like, you can talk candid. You don't have to just talk business. You can talk, hey, yo, we need you for this, but, you know, we might not be able to pay you, or we can pay you a little more. You know what I'm saying? You can have more candid conversations when it's family involved than just anybody. So the funny thing how my cousin did it, this is a pretty funny story.
Same cousin?
No, there's another one.
So there's another cousin?
Natasha.
So
shout out
different
Tasha.
cousin from the Kelly Rowland situation?
Yes. Another side of the family, you know what I'm saying? So she's been rocking with them, been going to the BET Awards for about 2 years, you know, just on her plug. You know, some people see me on TV and stuff like that, but we plugged in and making connections and so on and so forth. And so now she comes in and I fly to LA and we're helping put together one of the awards pre-shows or whatnot. And she goes, yeah, Chris, I need you to go rock the pre-show, you know? So I was like, okay, but I was dressed well. I had my stuff ready. So I don't know if she was testing me. It was pretty cool, you know?
Yeah.
To be ready, you know, and just be like, all right, let's go. And no pre-warning, you know, no, hey man, when you fly in, make sure you ABC.
Now someone didn't show up? Someone
I'm not sure. I think she had it all planned and she was just playing the game. I'm not sure if she has. I think she set it up that way on purpose.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I'm not sure. I didn't ask no more questions.
You got paid for this gig, or you were just?
Of course, man.
Okay.
Shout out to Viacom.
Because you might have done it for free just because that's networking in itself.
You know what's funny about that? That's why I knew this is different type of vibe, you know? Because, yeah, anybody would have probably done it for free for exposure, for pictures, or whatnot, the case may be. Yo, the next thing my cousin after the weekend, she was like, yo, make sure you hit me, yo, so I can get you paid.
Right.
That's the whole nother level now where it's like, yo, not only did I put you on, I respect your talent enough to pay you the quote that we do for these particular type of events. So that was love, man. So, and what happens is not only does it do that, it makes me take that forward to my family and people that I love that's close to, in terms of giving them opportunities.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
It builds a confidence in me that I can be confident in them. You know what I mean? Yes, you got to make sure that they talented. Yes, you got to make sure they ain't gonna blow the situation. You know what I mean? But once you give them that opportunity and they succeed, yo, you try to, sky's the limit.
This pre-show is the pre-show that gets it warmed up for the actual...
Right, for the party
so
or whatnot.
Where is this taking place?
This is at the Staples Center.
And the show is at the Staples Center?
Yeah.
But this is like its own room, or this is like...
It's like outside vibes, outside red carpet energy.
Okay.
Pre-event.
So you've seen everybody walking through,
just looking beautiful.
That's legit, yeah.
It's a great experience, man. So, and when you get to that level, like, you know, your skill set is good enough to rock the party, and you could take in the vibes at the same time. You know what I mean? You don't got to be nervous to be like, oh. If you're younger, the funniest thing is coming off the Kelly Rowland thing. Anytime I'm in that particular type of situation, is actually I feel comfortable.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm
because you've already been around it.
Yeah, I'm one of y'all, son. And I'm celebrity too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like in my so heart of hearts, in terms of rocking out and make sure the vibe
Absolutely,
is good.
man.
So I make sure that I take in the vibe and take in the energy and that adds to me, giving that energy.
Yeah. And after this show, you say you did some after parties? Did we talk about?
No, we didn't do any after parties.
Okay, so just the pre-show.
Just the pre-show to BET Joy. No, we went to the after party.
Went to the
after party, and because she gotta do this in steps. You know what I mean? She gotta make sure you're ready. And she already has some headliners out there. That rocked the after party, but you know what I'm saying?
Crazy networking going on there.
Crazy networking. So outside of just making sure that you're solidifying your spot in this particular rotation, you're shaking hands and and you making sure other people see you and what you do, and those have paid off.
So what I want to know is for the people that are listening, that the inspiring DJs, the people that might want to take it. Were you already going as a fan of the BET Awards, or were you going like okay, like?
No, I had the plug. I had the plug. That's why I went.
So I'm gonna give you this example. Every year when the Final Four comes around, the March Madness,
right?
They have like this big thing where all the coaches, high school coaches, college coaches, they go and they network together. It's like a big weekend, right? So I figured like, okay, BET Awards is coming, celebrities everywhere, people everywhere. This is like my get up as a DJ to go and network, and that's why you were going, or you were just going?
Nah, I had to plug. What happened is, because I got family that's putting together the whole award show. Yeah, I just took like I said, the door was half open. It was cracked open. You know what I mean? So it only makes sense now because I'm not gonna just be looking to be a part of the gigs and try to get in. Like I'm gonna be around like real heart of what's going on. So the equity what I'm gonna put in is gonna be way more efficient than if I'm just going to see what happens. You know what I'm saying? Like I know exactly where I'm gonna be. I know who I'm gonna be sitting around. I know what events I'm going to, and so on and so forth. So I could efficiently now be like, yo, I'm gonna meet this person here. I'm gonna see this person here. This DJ's playing here, A, B, C, D, and it makes it more than I'm good. Let's see what happens. You know what I'm saying? Which is cool, which is fun, but I don't like to operate. I get a little bit more anxious when I'm not sure what's going on. I like to have, a situation where, I know exactly where I'm going to be and what I'm doing.
So to phrase back what you were saying earlier, because now I'm thinking about it. You say, okay, she hit you with the, hey, I need you to get up on the pre-show. You was game. You was war. In the words of DJ Khaled, you was war ready, right? You got your stuff. So how did you? We're gonna go right back to that. How do you figure out what
the first song is? Oh man,
and that's my point.
That's a good, because that's a skill set I think of the DJ. You got to know what tempo will work for this particular type of environment, man. So I knew I didn't want to get too crazy because it's not a party.
Yep.
And I know I wanted to stay within the culture.
Yep.
And I wanted to make it fun for the people there that's listening, but also still classy.
Yeah.
It's a lot of boxes to check. So that felt in the lane of like probably like Janelle Monáe.
Okay.
Jeanette Monáe, they got a song Queen, that sounds pretty good.
This is the
got
first
that
one?
Jazz. I believe that was probably one because it has like a soulful jazz touch to it. Yeah. And it was represent for all the queens and the ladies out there that work hard and the message in the song is pretty good. And then from there, you just try to keep that melody, I can't say what song is going to be second, third, or fourth. That's when the skill starts to get in and you get into a zone and you start to obviously go into old sets that you've done and say, okay, this one works with this works for here. Oh, so-and-so's here. Let me play. So it's all about being in the moment timing and memory of other events that go with certain songs and being present, and someone's gonna come up here and say, hey, so-and-so, and stop you from the mix that you were gonna do because now you have to pay attention to the production aspect of it. So a lot of things always go on when you're DJing, but I love it because I love all of that. I love all of that interference and being able to still rock the party and still. Sometimes it's annoying, but I like to fight through all of that, man. So
okay,
that's why those moments and those things, they don't bother me. They're never overwhelming because you know that you're always ready to just fix whatever may be an issue and to get back to rocking out or just rocking out that particular type of.
How long
vibe,
was the
pre-show?
Hour and a half.
About an hour or so. Not too long. Champagne going around. Hors d'oeuvres.
Champagne! I love champagne, man. I love champagne. That's when you know the party's legit.
They had the Moet on the rocks. Boy.
Yeah. Now the after parties, everything is your time to network. Hey, did you tell people like, yo, I did that pre-show?
Nah, I didn't tell them I did the pre-show, man. I was because what happens is you get the pictures and the pictures go on to publications and stuff like that. So that tends to get
people
out
already
there.
see it.
People already see it, whatever the case may be. I don't think you gotta go and say, yo, I did that If I was rocking on the mic that for the pregame, you might have said, yo, you see me early at the so and so. You just kind of get your following up. The funny thing is, potentially the next year, because this was 19. Remember, this is all before COVID.
Okay.
So COVID hit and kind of slowed the run because nothing has happened with the BET Awards since in terms of after parties and so on and so forth. We're now getting back to it, so should be get back at it this summer. End of June, we'll be back in LA for the BET Awards. So we'll see how the vibes go, how the restrictions are. And because
it's going down now.
Yeah, I know, but we're still nothing ain't locked in. So because when the corporations start to do it, that's when you know it's over because they don't want no liability.
LA is tight.
LA is tight, yeah. So we'll see how it goes.
We like so relaxed here.
Yeah,
like,
we so relaxed, yo. We
don't know what like the rest of people say like, oh, this is going on over here. Be like, really? Like, man, we don't know what's going on.
We've been partying. You can have it rolling loud, everything down here.
We do things a little different.